I am Hammie of Horn Knives. It's actually, my surname is Horn, so it's not really just knives made with horn handles. So I'm also we're trying to make a video here, and local wildlife will also make an entrance. Yeah. All right, back to these things. I've always been in to do stuff to do with hunting and everything, and I've actually been a professional hunter for a couple of years. As a child, I grew up. My father was an avid hunter and nature lover, and definitely introduced me into basically everything wildlife. Yeah, so after a couple of years doing the professional hunting, there was, COVID happened, and then the work just died. So I had to do something different to make a living, and I decided to do what I've always wanted to do. I wanted to make knives since, well, basically I was knee-high to a frog, and never really got around to it, as life takes you through different obstacles and things. But now I'm doing what I love doing, and I love doing this. This is truly my passion, and actually my slogan is art on steel, and I can show you just what I mean with art on steel. It's not just the fact that I use what I call the most appropriate piece of wood to go on a specific knife. I really go out of my way to actually for the grain of the wood to follow the shape of the knife in some way. I also don't take just a plain piece of wood. Say any tree has got a part of it that's got straight grain, but that same tree will, somewhere in the tree there will be nice curves and lines made by the grain. And in South Africa we've got beautiful wood. I live in a part of the country where most of those trees grow. It's in the Waterberg district in Limpopo, and most, I'll actually say all of the wood that I'm using are endemic to this area. It includes woods such as red bush willow, leadwood, mopani, banga banga, to name but a few. I've also got yellow thorn, which is quite a common tree. And if anyone should be hunting from abroad, you are bound to rest under a red bush willow or a yellow thorn or a camel thorn, and that is the wood that I put on my knives. I also use bone, and on some of the knives waterbuck horn as well, as waterbuck is a most well suited horn to put on knives. So let's get into the part where I talk about the grain or figure of the wood. This one, all of my knives have got antelope names, the hunting knives. If I've got a few tactical knives, and those have bird names, and then here and there'll be a different kind of a knife. Like when my son Huntley was invited to play in Portugal soccer, I had to basically get a lot of money quickly, and for that I designed a knife and I named it the Huntley, just to help with basically getting a little bit more money as like a sponsor. And yeah, so you'll see all these antelope names, and then doof, there's a Huntley. Well, it's dedicated to my son for his soccer tour. Yeah, all right, back to the knives. I've got this one over here is a nice well-balanced hunting knife, and it's got leadwood wood on, and you can also see that it's figured, looks almost like walnut. Yeah, it's a very close resemblance to walnut. All right, that's the knife. You can see it's very comfortable, just a well-balanced hunting knife. I also make the sheaths myself, and there you have it. Let's move on. Then I've got what I call like a gentleman's eat-out steak knife. It's not really, it might be practical for to use as a caping knife. It's got a very slender blade. This one has got bone on it with G10 liners, and you see some file work on there. It is actually, that's the art that I spoke about, the art on the steel. That is basically what I specialize in. Is and then I can just show you my what I call progressive spine filing. It's what I specialize in. This is a knife, a hunting knife. It's the Roan model, and this one has got red bush willow on. Very popular firewood in many hunting camps, but it's a really beautiful wood with beautiful grain, and also very one of my most popular models. All right, so this is what I do. It's called progressive spine filing, in that I mimic basically a shrub or a tree. We have the trunk at the bottom that's thick, and it tapers out to the top. So I haven't come across any similar spine filing on Google or what, all of the knife groups that I'm on, so I haven't seen anything similar to this. And this is what I do and what I specialize in. This is basically, yeah, my art form. All right, and then I can just show you a couple of different spine filing motifs. This one, it's got what we call HPG on. I call it, the HPG stands for Hammie's Black Gold, as it is a kind of material that I also haven't seen a lot of knife makers use, and I'm also not going to tell them what it really is, my little secret. So this knife actually is called a mamba. It's definitely not an antelope, but there's a good reason for that, as on the back of it I've filed a snake. Alright, so, and it looks quite natural, as this is basically what mambas look like. They are long, slender, very deadly snakes. There you have it. Okay, the mamba. And then last but not least, we've got a knife here with some yellow thorn wood on. It's beautifully figured. As you can also see, I used the grain with a curve, and it's very beautifully grained. There's a different kind of motif on the back. It's more to mimic like a aggressive thorn tree, which the yellow thorn is. Okay, the spine filing is all done by hand. I don't use a Dremel tool or anything like that. Also, I freehand grind the hollows. I don't have any plates or jigs or anything that I rest the knife on, and I'm a bit of a shaker as well. As you can see, I do have shakes, these shakes, but yeah, that's what I do, and basically was just my passion. I hope you liked it, and that's me.